It's nighty-night for the hairdresser.
When I die, bury me in my straight leg.
In your Lam Jackson family reunion tour.
Remote powered and laser accurate.
Oh, Lorraine, it's a something to introduce items. Oh,
You know, I'm getting really sick of all this hate towards Star Wars Episode 1. You tell me Jar Jar Binks is a racial stereotype, while I give you kick-ass lightsaber battles. You hate on Anakin Skywalker for his bad acting, while I give you Sir Ian McDiarmid. Actually, I have no idea if he's been knighted, but still.
Too much CG? How about some of the most intricate model work ever used in a movie?
See, for its faults, Episode 1 could have been so much worse. I mean, they could have made it about two of the most boring and useless characters in the entire franchise and written it like some sort of cheesy Saturday morning cartoon. Oh wait.
Yes, this was an actual thing. A cartoon series in the 80s starring everyone's favorite ambiguous robot, C-3PO, and the much less ambiguous but somehow far more charismatic R2-D2.
And I would bet my Dash Rendar action figure that nobody remembers this bizarre product of its time. In fact, I don't even know how I remembered it. I think I used to have an old episode copied on a VHS tape, like ages ago, and some bizarre C-3PO toy. I don't know.
But speaking of the 80s, here's the theme song.
Stepping softly in a danger zone. No weapon in my hand. It's just this brain designed by man.
What is this shit? It's so bad. What was this, written by some washed up hair metal band?
Oh, no, wait. It was written and performed by Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Stuart Copeland from The Police.
Let's hear that theme song again.
In the surface of my brain, I wouldn't care, but it's a dangerous affair. 'Cause I'm in trouble again. Trouble again.
Anyway, the first episode of the series is titled The White Witch.
Oh man, if this is a Star Wars and Chronicle of Narnia crossover, I'm gonna shit myself.
The episode starts in traditional Star Wars fashion with a pan through space.
Nope, wrong. That is not the sound an A-Wing makes, that is clearly the sound of a TIE Fighter engine.
Someone has mixed an Amazing Spider-Man in with the Peter Parker the Spectacular Spider-Man series. This will not stand.
Well, already I don't have high hopes for this show. In the next bit, we were given a familiar scene with C-3PO and R2 being stranded on... not Tatooine.
We're lost in a game of chance to a new master who turns out to be a smuggler.
Prince of the scrap pile if you don't get moving. Don't think you're just going to rust away and leave me out here alone.
Oh, strap in everyone, because this is the premise of the show. C-3PO's non-stop complaining.
But hey, at least it's authentic. What you're hearing is Anthony Daniels. Sorry, Sir Anthony Daniels, the actual C-3PO, so it's something, I guess. The droids stumble through the desert when they come across a reject from the Mad Max movies who takes quite an interest in R2.
Hey, an R2 unit. Easy.
Dude, I know he's a robot, but you should still ask first. This weirdo and his buddy, who could totally be played by John Candy, are Thal and Jord, two racers who apparently need an R2 unit and figure they can take 3PO along too, because why not, I guess. This leads to an action sequence with more whining from 3PO.
This is most uncomfortable. Oh! Master! I'm over here! If anyone cares.
The group make their escape from the sun attack, which turns out to be a defense system guarding a secret base led by an alien gang.
Shall I call Size and tell him the project is off?
Back at Thal and Jord's garage, we learn that the White Witch is actually a fancy speeder the two Mohawk heads are planning to win the big race with.
Well great, there goes my hopes of seeing Chewbacca ride into battle on Aslan. Wait a second, there were no Nazis in Narnia.
At night, Thal leaves with 3PO and R2, and Jord is suddenly attacked by a commercial break. Sensing trouble and craving a complete balanced breakfast, the trio returns to the garage where 3PO is suddenly stuck in a pile of trash for some reason.
You're too late.
A skunk-human hybrid lady who's been spying on them shows up to tell the group that Jord was taken by Mobster aliens. As Thal heads out to save his fellow nuclear apocalypse cosplayer, he learns his speeder's been sabotaged and... another commercial break? Well, to anyone's surprise, the group gets away on the White Witch.
Let's go!
Look at them. They look like beached wobbers.
It's just a minor malfunction.
For what they cost you to build, I could have got a few of the old boys together.
The next day, we see them outside the Mobster's hidden base, plotting to infiltrate it.
That's Tig from Secret Base. They're probably holding Jord in there.
If he is, R2 will find out where.
Wait, hold on. So R2-D2 and C-3PO, along with a bunch of other people, are going to infiltrate a heavily guarded base that contains a secret weapon that can destroy anything in its path in order to save a captive friend. Where have I heard that before?
3PO, what are the chances of getting the witch through the service tubes, picking up Jord, and getting back without being detected?
I'm afraid about 700,000 to 1, sir.
Never tell me the odds. No? Alright.
Meanwhile, we see Jord get interrogated by the Mobster aliens. Well, I say interrogated, but really it's just their leader, Tiggy, going, "Hey man, don't talk about this secret base." And Jord is all, "Yeah, okay, fine." And then Tiggy's all, "Cool, now you're gonna be our prisoner."
I don't get it. I mean, for one, why wouldn't the mobsters just kill Jord? And two, if he's gonna be their prisoner, why did they feel the need to have this talk in the first place?
They don't want information from him, they just want to make sure he doesn't blab about their ultimate weapon, which he didn't even know about in the first place. Man, if Jabba was running this joint, Jord would be Rancor poop by now. Anyway, the group reaches a blast door they can't get through when... What? Lightsaber? What?
How the hell did this ponytailed fucker get his hands on a lightsaber?
I did some repair work for a stranger a long time ago. He never came back to pick up his speeder.
Okay, wait. A Jedi would never just leave his lightsaber with some total stranger. You can't fool me with your chiseled good looks and pink hair, you murderous son bitch.
Okay, so 3PO is working the computer thingy that controls everything in the base, I guess, while the Jedi killer speeders his way through seemingly useless tunnels. This robot shows up, leading 3PO to do some fancy talk.
We are the maintenance crew. The automatic service systems are malfunctioning. What do you mean we're not the maintenance crew? Oh, you're the maintenance crew.
Alright, not going great so far. Another robot arrives.
There's the culprit.
Okay, 3PO's got a plan here. Or he doesn't.
Force me to do something right!
Nice footwork, 3PO.
What the hell's going on?
3PO! 3PO!
And why the hell is Thal quoting Luke? Did you kill Luke too, you bastard?
We can't! They're going to crash!
That's something else you'll see in the show a lot, is how completely fucking worthless 3PO is in any given situation. Even if he does do something right, he still manages to fuck it up somehow.
Either that or it just makes no damn sense.
3PO!
Oh, we made it!
Thal and R2 bust Jord out and pick up the others while funky 80s music plays. Of course the group makes it out okay, and in typical cartoon fashion, we take a moment to laugh at what a failure the bad guys are.
The other gangs here that we were setting up for a takeover, it's gonna get real hot for us and your father.
The episode ends off with Thal and everyone taking a spaceship to get to the big race, where we get more slapstick shenanigans from 3PO.
You see, racing is dangerous even when you're not in a speeder.
Well, man, so far so good. I already feel like I'm a kid again, you know, sitting in front of my TV playing with my little He-Man action figures. But then again, I guess I feel that way all the time. There's something wrong with me.
The next episode is called More like escaping anything that isn't this castrated kitten sounding bullshit of a theme song.
Don't worry about me floating off. I've seen to it that I am properly secured.
This wire I inserted into my ass should do the trick. And yep, you guessed it, we start the episode off with 3PO fucking things up royally, all while whining every opportunity he gets.
Well, I guess this is a good time as any to bring up a long-running joke, and in some disturbing cases, even theories that R2-D2 and 3PO are...
You boys have seen a lot of action.
That's how we came to be in your service, if you take my meaning, sir. Lock the door, R2.
Hey, you're droids. We don't serve their kind here.
Well, my little friend, got something jammed in here real good.
Oh my!
Yeah. And, well, let's just say that this show doesn't make any attempts to disprove that. In fact, I'd wager that the creators were on board with the whole joke.
My 3PO, you sure seem eager about something.
Are you sure you're alright, 3PO?
Oh, it's just a trick servo disk in my back, sir. It will right itself.
Oh, and also this episode has a return appearance from the Mobster aliens, where we learn that the planet our heroes are landing on...
We can pick up a new unit on Anu. I'm sure my mother would put us up for a few days.
...is also the same planet the mob's main base is located.
My spies tell me the two who infiltrated our secret base are here on Anu.
Small galaxy.
Did you see that, R2? He butted in ahead of us. What's the trouble?
So the mobsters send goons to find the droids at the spaceport, but R2 has a clever plan.
What's gotten into R2?
He just found out the Ninja Turtles movie is getting a sequel.
Funny, you'd think that causing a scene would make them easier to find and let you be able to approach them without causing any suspicion.
We then go to Skunk Girl's mom's house, who we learn is actually a member of the Rebel Alliance.
Huh, well, fancy that. The woman in our Star Wars group happens to be a born and raised rebel leader.
This droid that attacked you was sent by Size From to stop you from interfering with the launching of their secret weapon.
They've been after a secret weapon the E.T. Goodfellas have been developing, and now Thrall and his gang are being targeted too.
Freedom is everybody's right! Oh! R2, my servo disk is stuck! Stop, R2! R2, stop!
Yeah, I took that scene out of context. But I mean, come on. Even within context, you know the show creators were patting themselves on the back for getting away with it. It's weird though. I mean, I guess I can see how C-3PO can be seen as a homosexual caricature, but where did this whole R2 being gay come from? I mean, if anything, he's a straight up pimp.
Look at him, jacking into all the motherboards.
But I mean, all this sexuality aside, let's not forget that they're fucking robots.
Not learning their lesson of how the universe refuses to let horrible things happen when 3PO's around, Skunk Girl and John Candy leave Jordan and the two droids behind to go after the super weapon. They of course head out to save the two, and wow, they had just left before them, and by the time the others show up, they're already being held up at gunpoint.
That's what you get when you try to move the plot forward and you're not a main character or the comic relief.
In no time at all, the two are saved after... That happens, and Thal and Skunk Girl stuff themselves in cargo while 3PO and R2 pretend to be workers.
I'm sorry we're taking so long to load this cargo, sir. I know Master From has given you orders.
Then move your bolts!
Yes, sir. Come on, R2.
We hate droids.
Yeah, what's up with that anyway? First it's this asshole, and then earlier 3PO remarks about the droids only line at the spaceport.
I really don't know why we droids have to wait in a separate line. It's discrimination.
Was this show just a thinly veiled commentary on segregation?
Well, no time to speculate as the four make it on board the ship heading towards the secret weapon. George staying behind to...
I'll stay here and help Kia's mother.
Yes, help. Sly wink, twirl of mustache. She needs a nerf herder to help herd her nerf. He's gotta go insert some power converters. Stuff her tauntaun. Jabba her hut. They're gonna fuck is what I'm saying.
The four make it to the base where the secret weapon is being built after more homoeroticism, more droid discrimination,
Personally, the only good droid is a deactivated droid.
and...
Right, it's a thermal detonator.
No, that's your penis. Why does it look like 3PO's penis? That's totally a 3PO penis.
Oh, it's activated! All that jostling around.
Yeah, all that jostling around set off his penis, and it's gonna detonate in 10 minutes.
I applaud you, show creators. Bravo.
3PO's metal rod explodes a hole in the wall, and the gang rides off in the super weapon. And we end on this.
Well, if that's the case, 3PO, maybe R2 would give you a few tips on freedom fighting.
The next episode starts off back at the speeder garage where our heroes are still being harassed by the Mobster aliens.
Alright. You've got 3 seconds to give yourself up.
Wait, didn't we end the last episode off with them flying through space in the super death ray? How did we end up back here? Where did they park the super weapon? And what the hell happened to that big race that they're going to at the end of the first episode? I demand a full explanation from this cartoon show about space travel and robots who are secretly gay lovers for each other, damn it!
Well, any dang way, a speeder chase ensues between our heroes and the Martian Corleone family.
I know these streets like the back of my hand.
R2, be quiet. Thanks to our master's expertise, we've managed to escape your ledge.
Trap! Trap!
Trap!
It's a trap?
It's a trap!
Where is my Trigon 1?
Don't worry, Tig. It's in a safe place.
Why waste your time with these losers? The thing filled up an entire hangar. Just fly around the planet until you see it.
You will hand over what is mine, or else I will show you something you'll never forget.
Oh, whoa. You better do it, guys. Fucker's got Christmas Story 2 on DVD.
Oh, no, wait, it's just Jordan Skunk Girl's mom. Huh, I almost forgot about those two. After the captive heroes clearly show they can easily escape just through a goddamn shoving match, Thal instead decides to request for an audience with Don Pizza the Hut himself. This leads to more classic 3PO slapstick, and Thal giving away the super weapon's location. Again, out in the open where anyone can find it if they had a few dozen men at their disposal. Kinda like, I don't know, a gang maybe? The heroes get tied up for their troubles, but fortunately break out thanks to this gullible fuck. Skunk Girl's mom is still tied up though, so the gang splits up to save her and to secure a ship to escape. They don't have much time though, as Thal's homicidal tendencies start rearing its ugly head.
You mean R2 and Thal sabotaged the Trigon when they hit it? According to R2, it's set on a collision course with this stronghold.
Stop it. Tiggy, you blundering idiot. Turn it around. Do something. Anything.
I'm trying.
But this Simon Says device is really hard.
Yep, he rigged the ship to crash right into the Mafia's fortress. Never mind the thousands of lives he's probably endangering.
The mother gets saved and everyone meets back up at the escape ship. Ah! R2 lost all of his outer panels. You Mafia bastards, what did you do to him?
I'm sorry, I have a real problem with Thal's plan here. I mean, he has no idea if everyone made it out alive of that or not. Most people at the station were murderous mob aliens, sure, but we also saw that there were droids in that station as well. Completely harmless ones at that.
And if Star Wars has taught us anything, it's that droids are cognitive beings with emotions and worries. Hell, they can even tell when they're being discriminated. What if there are other prisoners besides just them? How would they get out? Oh, sure, Thal hit the emergency evacuation button right before taking one of the only vehicles everyone else needed to escape.
My point to all this is that Thal's a Jedi killer who hasn't quenched his thirst for blood and wanted to blow shit up.
Ah! See? He's so crazy he's even shaved off his own eyebrows. No one's safe from his madness.
Rapping softly!
God, stop playing that fucking song!
I can't take much more of this.
So for our final episode for the evening, the gang is finally taking the White Witch to the Boonta Eve speeder race, where they get attacked by an Imperial cruiser. Ah, geez, R2, this is not the time and place for that. Oh, it's just the mob people from last episode. Whew, for a second there I thought they were in real danger. The group lands in a scrapyard run by a old man robot.
Me, I'm Burger One of a kind is how I like to put it.
But no time to waste, they gotta make it to the big race.
Use any means you want. Just bring those meddlers to me.
No one escapes me. I have someone on the job. Just remember.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett? Boba Fett?
Whoa, this show just got awesome!
The group gets the help of a hanger and a weird-looking robot to fix up the racer. And, oh my god, R2 is so jealous.
What do you mean, where have I been? Since when have you become my master?
But as it turns out, the boyfriend bot works for Boba Fett and attempts to kill Skunk Girl. Well, she's pretty upfront about it. Of course, Skunk Girl gets saved, leaving R2 to take care of the shop as 3PO arrives just in time to tell him off.
As for you, R2-D2, so far your presence has been completely detrimental to our master's plans. I suggest that you leave before you destroy anything else.
So now it's just 3PO in charge of taking care of the White Witch, huh? Well, this can only end well.
Boyfriend bot finally shows his true colors and tries to kill 3PO, but then 3PO accidentally murders him. Damn. Meanwhile, Boba Fett arrives and the gangster aliens plant a thermal detonator on the speeder. But before Thal can take care of the situation, he has to jet to make it to the big race, which is starting right about now. But all of a sudden, Boba Fett shows up with a speeder, and holy crap, this may just be the best show ever. And through sheer fucking luck, the thermal detonator flies off the speeder and lands on Boba Fett's, causing him to fly away and me to seriously rethink what I just said about the show.
You shut the fuck up, 3PO.
For a brief moment, we see a sponsor congratulate the winners and offer them a job working on speeders for him, which the group accepts. After that, we get one last moment for our antagonists to make fools out of themselves, as Old Man Bot, for no particular reason, reappears to scare them off one final time, right into the angry hands of Boba Fett.
I'm turning you over to Jabba the Hutt for the reward.
Well, I guess that wraps that up in a neat little blood-covered package.
I would say that that's the end and our protagonists go on to have more adventures together, but in a really surprising turn of events, R2 and 3PO eavesdrop on the group discussing how, if they take the job offers to them earlier, then the droids' memories would have to be wiped, leaving the humans to decide not to take the job at all and keeping R2 and 3PO with them instead.
Oh sure, they have the sensibility not to wipe the droids' memories, but Senator Asshole Organa over here is more than happy to do it, even if it makes no goddamn sense.
This is heartfelt enough, but then 3PO and R2 decide that the best thing to do for their friends is to remove themselves from the equation and jettison off the ship, allowing their friends to do what they want without them getting in the way. It's really touching, actually, how anticlimactic and sudden their decision is. Thal, Skunk Girl, and the other guy don't even get a goodbye.
But, of course, this just means we'll have new protagonists and new planets to adopt the two idiots, thus continuing the series about two robots jumping from one owner to the other like some sick space-age version of 12 Years a Slave.
And that's Droids. Well, at least as far as I'm gonna go in explaining it. All joking aside, this stuff is awesome to me. An old cartoon set in a galaxy far, far away, with just the right amount of cheese mixed with just the right amount of Saturday morning cartoon violence. How can you go wrong? Well, I guess for one you could throw in a not so thinly veiled commentary about droid discrimination, even though that's something only addressed once and doesn't seem to show up again, like it's just a passing thought.
That is a mobster when you need one.
You could also make it hard to unsee the whole 3PO being gay thing, even though he's a robot and clearly doesn't have and also doesn't need any form of sexual identity.
Yeah, maybe I'm just looking at this the wrong way, you know? Maybe society today makes these things seem like gay jokes, but really back in the day it was all just meant to be innocent fun.
Charge at me, R2. Come on. And don't stop. Hey! Freedom is everybody's right!
Yeah, and Greedo shot first. Play me out, Stuart.